Yo, crypto nation and mining family. Crypto nation and mining family. What's going on? Of course, like always, it's not financial advice. Yo, crypto nation and mining family. What's going on out there, guys? So, got a few interesting little stories and tidbits amongst. Got some mail, mail. Oh, some awesome stuff. I already know what this is. It's not everything that I have ordered, so I'm not gonna do what's in the box until I get everything in, guys. So let the FOMO sit in, and hopefully tomorrow I'll get the other one. Otherwise, it'll be next week when I get the last package. I'm just waiting on one thing, and then I can do the whole reveal on what my next project is, guys. So with that being said, if you guys want to sit there and help out the channel in any way, shape, or form, you can always check out the Patreons. The links are down below as always. And if you want to go and support me and Mikkel in Patreon, you can do late nights, mining after dark tier on there. That helps support me and Mikkel. If you would like to support just me, as soon as it pops up, here we go, bam. It's like, why are you being so slow today? Whatever. But guys, check out hotrodmining.com. Of course, links are down below. And you can get awesome hats like the one that I'm wearing here. I will be, of course, adding some new stuff here as soon as I've got some free time. If you notice that there's no more PC equipment on here, looks like if you are anything to deal with cryptocurrency, everything you have must be for mining now. There is no such thing as you sell PC equipment if you deal with cryptocurrency. Thank you, Shopify, for drawing that line in the sand that if you're a miner in any way, shape, or form, then you can't sell any way, shape, or form normal PC equipment. You suck, right? But beyond that, this is pretty much until I figure out another platform to go on to. Check out my hotrodmining.com. Yo. But here is today's little news segment. Yo. If you guys have ever seen the F series from Intel versus a non-F series, so for those of you that do not know what this is all about, with Intel's GPU-less F series, so basically a lot of Intel stuff, which would be Intel, Celeron, Pentium, they have internal graphics built right into the CPU itself. So if you didn't have a graphics card and you were building a PC, you could, with limited use, utilize the onboard graphics. Now, playing video games and stuff like that on it, you're going to be playing it with like no extra settings on there, everything turned off just to make it playable. But for performing like doing research for school, cryptocurrency research, mining research, anything that you just need to, peruse on the web, that's pretty much about the extent of that. You're not going to be, you might be able to watch some movies, but don't expect, 4K resolution. Not going to happen. So what the F series is more or less the internal graphics on that chiplet had failed in whatever way, shape, or form. For me, I would rather not have my integrated graphics. I really do not care about it. I have always used graphics cards because I would rather isolate the work being done on my through the processor unit itself. So if I could sit there and put a specialized piece of hardware on there to do my video rendering for me, I'm going to do that. Now that also helps me play my video games at max frame rate with the maximum draw distance. This way, you know, I can see farther. I can see detail out a lot further too, so I can see, you know, if I'm playing a shooting style game, I'll be able to detect the enemy at a further distance. I have played video games where I was running some really old graphics cards, and those old graphics cards still outperformed in the integrated graphics. So with that being said, I mean, I won't cry to see Intel 86ing all of their internal graphics. For me, it's just a way to like fill up room inside the chiplet that could be done. It could be utilized better for adding more cores or slimming down the die set itself a little bit and getting more performance out of it, maybe using less wattage in the process of it all because your pathways are at shorter distance from each other. But it looks like Intel is just going to be releasing an F series, which is going to be the same thing as their non-F series, except that the graphical interface has been turned off. That is the only real difference. So you're getting the same performance. You know, and they've got a series of which ones that they're doing it to. So they're going to have the 10900K and a 10900KF. So all the i9s, the i7s, some of the i5s are getting it. It just means that the graphics interface and the chiplet failed. So instead of them just tossing the chip out, they're just turning it off and releasing the F series. In one way, pretty smart. Why waste the chipset if the majority of what, you know, for what people are really using it for is all covered? Especially for people who are getting in the 10900 series, do you really need the graphical interface? Seriously, you probably already have a graphics card you're going to be putting in there, whether it's going to be a 1080 Ti, a 2080 Ti, depending on, you know, where your budget is. So you can go from anywhere from, you know, like the 1070 all the way to the 2080 Ti and have a pretty decent machine running. So if you guys are into grabbing some Intel CPUs, and that's what you guys are focusing in on because you want to have a great gaming experience, me personally, I would be going after the F series. It's just one less component that's being fed power. Think about it. So now you could, you know, the chips themselves are going to pretty much maintain the same way. It's just that, you know, you're getting rid of some of the fluff off of it. That's just me. Let me know if you're grabbing any of the F series chips. I would be really interested to know if anybody's grabbing that and what they benchmark at for you guys. And then, so they are coming out with the Comet Lake S series, or 10th gen core series. It looks like this is going to be on the i5, i3, and the Pentium lineup. And the Pentium lineups on there, and some of the Celerons. So pretty much a lot of the older chipsets. Which ones are they covering in particular, guys? It's the horrible Coffee Lake set. So they're finally updating Coffee Lake. So for anybody who likes their Coffee Lake, and that is basically 9th gen series, you can now get a small bump on performance and go with the Comet Lake S 10th gen core. It looks like they are going to be pretty much leaving out the i7 and the i9. So basically, no 6-core and no 8-core CPUs are going to be in this list so far. So that's pretty much what's going to end up happening. Everything that's in the Coffee Lake lineup that's in the lower tier series, they're just revamping them. I'm not sure if they're going to be sitting in the same CPU. If you're gonna be able to use it on your existing motherboard, if you've got a Coffee Lake one, or if you have to grab a new motherboard. They do not really talk about that through the article. I would hope that you can, if they're just doing a small performance bump and fixing some of the stuff that Coffee Lake had an issue with, and they're releasing it on this, hopefully you can use your old motherboards. That's just me. Let me know if you guys have Coffee Lake, how do you like it, and all that good stuff. I've got one. I accidentally bought it, actually, full disclosure. I was getting it for one of my motherboards and failed to look at, I could have swore I typed in G3900. It gave me the 4400. I didn't realize it. Or was it the 4400? It was one of them. All I know is it was Coffee Lake, and it doesn't agree with my mining motherboards. My mining motherboards do not support Coffee Lake, which is like boo, because I've got a CPU I can't utilize now. Great. All right. If anybody who needs a Coffee Lake CPU, hit me up. I'll give it to you at real cheap, just to get rid of it. And anybody, do you hold IOTA? There are reasons why I stay away from certain things. And me and Mikkel, we have our number one golden rule. Number one has to be a core QT wallet. So if I can put in a seed phrase to recover the wallet, that means somewhere in their coding, your password and everything is right there recorded for the right person to try to come and swoop up and take it, right? This is how the treasures are been compromised. Pretty much a lot of the third-party wallets have been compromised from the wallet side of the client. Okay, so what that means is that some hackers come in and they root out all the seed phrases, and they can basically go ahead and recover your wallet. Just saying. Big surprise, right? That somebody else can tap into your third-party wallet and steal your coin. If I'm going to have to worry about somebody stealing my coin, I'd rather sit there and worry about the dev team doing an exit scam versus a third-party person that is basically coming in on the backside and cracking their code on them, and I lose all my funds because of that. That's just my viewpoint on it. So if anybody who is utilizing IOTA, they're between December 17th and February 18th. If you opened up a Trinity wallet, that they are wanting you to use the seed migration tool to protect your tokens, and update your wallets and change your passwords. So they just found out that somebody can steal everything from you. So yeah, this is some of the reasons why I don't trust non-QT wallets. Not saying that I don't have anything that doesn't have a QT wallet, like Neo. I got a couple of Neo. Does it have a core QT wallet? No. it has a wallet that was made by the Neo Foundation, but not like a true core QT wallet, unfortunately, because of the fact that you can get airdrop basically in there, and I basically hold my couple of Neo in their wallet to earn gas. Is it a lot? No. Is it like really worth it? Probably not. No. Some of the reasons why Neo is down so far from its all-time high. Will it ever go back? It could. It could. It very well could. But if I found anything nefarious in their code, I myself, not advised in any way, shape, or form, me myself, I will go onto the exchange with one swoop and sell the coin for that bizzity bit. Because at the end of the day, that's what I am trying to get more of. Is more of that Bitcoin, right? So, guys, if you're on IOTA, certainly protect your wallet, change your passwords, anything that has anything to do with IOTA, whatever wallet it is. It looks like they're saying that you don't need to do it for the nano ledgers, but they do recommend still changing your password on there. I don't know how they're gonna go from IOTA onto the ledger and backtrack it like that. That's gonna be a lot harder. That's just me. But at the same time, I would. If any of my wallets got compromised and it led back to the one ledger I do use, I'd be changing passwords on there in a heartbeat, guys. I wouldn't even think twice. Done. So be careful. That's all I gotta say. And then one final thing before we get up out of here. Robinhood. If any of you guys are sitting there and using Robinhood, the rumors of a bankruptcy from them looks like it is going to be coming to fruition. They are going to be doing refunds. This will not happen until next month. I would sit there and suggest that, knowing that they're going out of business ahead of time, I would certainly pull any kind of funds you have off of Robinhood immediately. Don't wait until the last second. Don't be lazy. I'm talking to even myself. If I was on there, sometimes I'm lazy and I put things off until the last second. So don't be like me. So definitely, right after this after you watch this, if you got any kind of funds on Robinhood, go ahead and get those off of there. Put that into a core QT wallet. Don't be depositing anything on the Robinhood. There is a chance that you might not get it back at this point. They are basically doing a snapshot of of what's on the blockchain for them, and hopefully they'll do refunds, but you won't find out until next month. They've been slowly declining. They're trying to say it's just that there hasn't been a lot of people on there. But as far as them being an exit scam, as it looks like for right now, it looks like they should technically be able to pay everybody back. You should technically be able to get your coins back off the exchange. But they had like $4 billion of funds were stolen through exit scams and misappropriations in 2019. Hopefully this will not be adding to it, being the first one for 2020. So it looks like a lot of these exit scams are starting to slow down a little bit. Hopefully it's due to some law enforcement starting to hold people accountable. which is something that also crypto is very good about doing, is holding you accountable, because it goes on to an immutable ledger. So hopefully anybody that was affected by this, I'd hate to see you have any issues, but at the same time, if you're not actively trading it, it should be actively in your wallet, under your control. As Andreas Antonopoulos always says, not your keys, not your crypto, right? So if you guys have any kind of comments or questions like that, certainly drop them in down below. If you're not wanting to put you're wanting to bring it onto another exchange and you're wondering which ones are some good exchanges, certainly hop into the Discord. Links are in down below, and we would love to have you on our Discord, and we can sit there and have a huge discussion about different exchanges. For me, making videos on exchanges, I won't particularly do that, just because I don't want to sit there and promote one exchange versus another. Don't want anybody to think that I'm shilling it. So, but I will always have an open discussion at any time in Discord. If you ever see me on there, certainly hop into the voice chat with me. I'm very friendly and love to give people knowledge. So with that, guys, if you got any comments or questions, certainly drop them in down below. While you're down there, guys, smash that Lizzie like button, subscribe, and hit the bell notification button, and share this video with one other person. Helps me grow my channel and get all my knowledge out to all of you awesome people out there. And I'll see you all on the next one. Peace.